Louis Vuitton and Chanel will hate me if I tell you this, revealing the secret behind big brand. Let's go! Hang Lung from Singapore, or Baudin Durax for their lambskin from France. Tannery Haas, Italian Tannery, Fight. Labri Tecna from Italy. Guess where I found all those secret suppliers? All in APIF Hong Kong. It's only the first day of this exhibition. There are still 2 more days to go. Don't miss this. Come over and check.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, zippers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. This Birkin bag at Hermes boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you, step by step. First thing first, Hermes only use the leathers from the 3 top-level suppliers. One is called Muti from Italy. The second is Weinheim from Germany, and the third is Haas from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 450 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make 1 Birkin, okay? The thread. And of course, for Hermes Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Fil Al Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then the hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. For one piece of bag, the hardware will cost 150 USD. The edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called heat seal edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. The interior lining, it used lambskin imported from France. For each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Riri brand. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD. And then the cost of human resource. The French artisans is much more expensive than Chinese artisans. To finish one bag, the human resource cost will be 600 USD. The package, now this is not that expensive, it's 10 USD. So now to sum those up, the total cost will be 1,400 USD for 1 Birkin out of factory. But why Hermes will charge you 38,000 USD for one bag? That's because more than 90% of the price is paid for its logo. But if you do not care about the logo, you just want the same quality, same material, you can just buy from us. Because for our bags, we use exactly the same material, same leather, same hardware, same edge oil. The only difference is one, we don't have the logo, so we don't have to pay so much amount of money just for that logo. And second, our human resource is much cheaper. This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD, but even better quality and craftsmanship.
Who are the suppliers behind Salomon, Timberland, New Balance, Adidas, Nike, la 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 la? First, Baocheng Factory, one of the world's largest OEM sports shoe manufacturer. It is like a Foxconn in the shoemaking industry. During its heyday, it has over 100,000 employees in just one of its factories in Dongguan. What even surprised me is that it owns an independent brand called YY Sport. It's like a distributor for sports shoes like Nike and Adidas, same as like Foot Locker in America and JD Sports in England. Second, Huajian Group. It is one of the largest OEM manufacturer for leather shoes in China. On the other hand, Huajian mainly offer the OEM service towards those big brands like Gucci, Tory Burch, Coach, Calvin Klein, etc. Sounds crazy, right? Alright guys, this is Luna. Follow me for more China sourcing tips.
Did you know who actually manufactures for Sephora? Let me review the key Chinese suppliers for you. First, the nail products at Sephora mainly come from Muran in Shanghai. And then about 80% of facial masks are made by TIC. For eyeshadows, they're mainly provided by Shencai in Zhuhai. About their lipsticks, blushes, and other color cosmetics, those are made by the Taihu Group. Now you know the real manufacturers for Sephora, your favorites. Want me to expose more about the beauty trends? Comment below and I will cover them in my next video. I'm Kara, your trusted sourcing agent in China.
All right, who else is glued to Chinese manufacturer TikTok? Man, they are blowing up the luxury goods market. I think they're going to blow it up much more than Bethany Frankel did for Chanel. One that is going around a lot, Senbags, SEN. I recommend you follow them. The gentleman went through the entire breakdown of how they create an Hermes bag, which is valued at, if you buy it in the US, $38,000. He goes through like every single thing that they use, the exact quality of an Hermes bag that they make in their warehouse. And the US dollar cost is $1,400. The difference between the $1,400 of actual labor and resources and the $38K is when Hermes puts their label on it. And they make all of these other luxury oh my God. Look, I, have been a big lover of like Target and Shein and Amazon for my clothing because a lot of stuff is so heavily dupable now that like if I see something I like, at Free People or in Anthropology, I'm immediately looking for a dupe and it's very easy to find. But at this point, if anyone is buying luxury goods anymore, I would have to ask, do you need your head examined? I'm here for it, man. I'm loving this. Who else is glued to this?
A lot of the Chinese manufacturers have been going on TikTok exposing Western companies, especially the luxury brands, on how they exploit Americans and their citizens by overpricing the luxury items. Even the designer bags that you guys claim to come from Europe, from Italy, from Spain, from all these places, France, we actually make them here in China for like $50, $100. We send them over there and then they just put their label and sell them off as luxury items and put the sticker of made in Italy. And you pay $10,000 for it. And they have made it clear that that is not real. Chinese citizens are winning from that story because those manufacturers are getting massive orders from Americans and Europeans and the rest of the world because